personally feel any successful business, typically there's a strong partner behind that, and so in my world, my wife Tracy is that piece. And several people when I finally left where I was and started, people told me, "Oh, you wish you would have done it sooner." And there's part of me that has said that, like, oh, like not knowing what I know now, like, oh, I should have. But at the same time, I don't know if I'd have done it sooner, if I would have had the same experiences and knowledges and things I had when I did that have helped make me be successful. So I've always been known to be a hard worker and figure things out. But when you have 8 kids at home and you're giving your notice, that you're quitting to start something fresh, that you have no income plan, that's a challenge. But confidence is a piece of, hey, things will work out, you'll figure it out, you'll make it work. So no, the motivation behind it is helpful. I mean, that's obviously having 8 kids at home, part of as I moved up, I was traveling, I was on the road 2 or 3 days a week, staying out of town, all over the Southeast area, Carolinas, Georgia, the whole state of Florida. And my wife, had said, like, hey, I didn't sign up to be a single mom. And I got, everything I could to get home to kids' ball games, and I coached and did all of those things. But then also as where I was as we grew, like I had frustrations where I wanted to improve things. I wanted things, I could see challenges coming and things coming, and it was hard to get others to see those things and make changes and stuff. And my wife just always supported, and I remember when she told me, she's like, look, like, you either need to stop complaining or do something different. Like that you've had your license for years, you've talked about it, it's, like kind of like telling me, like, either shut up or do something. And so, like I said, it was one of the most nerve-wracking things I did, having, to go in and give my notice. And it's kind of funny because I did it on April 1st, April Fool's Day, whatever. It wasn't planned that way. That was the Friday. And went in and had my letter and met with the president and told him that I would be leaving. And that was, challenging times, to say the least. Like I said, 8 kids still in grade school, living at home and figuring out what was gonna, how we were gonna get by. But we had figured some things out. We had made some plans to try to work through